Good afternoon and welcome to the American School of Doha. We're happy that you're here to join us. My name is Jim Caldwell. I'm the instrumental and vocal teacher here at the school, while my colleagues Mark C. and Stephanie Cravell. We are so happy that you're here on our campus to see this incredible group of musicians. These young students have been working hard for 3 days. And not only have they been working hard, but they come from all around Europe and Africa. We're talking about 16 different schools, 28 different nationalities. These students started preparation for today's, to become part of this ensemble back in October, where they submitted an online audition to become part of this ensemble. And these represent the top of their schools. And we're very honored to have them here on our campus here in Doha, Qatar. Before we go further with the program, I do have a couple items of business I need to take care of. Please be aware that there are exits both in the back and to the left, your right. I know it sounds like an airplane steward. In case of emergency, that's where you will be okay. Second, could you please make sure that if you have one of these or a bigger one of these, that you please turn them off. There's no need to videotape or take pictures during the concert, as it is distracting to the performers. And there will be a recorded archive of today's event available. So if you would like to get that, you may be able to do that. With that put aside, I'm going to stop talking and welcome our conductor who has led this ensemble for 3 days. He is the instrumental teacher at the Shanghai American School, Pudong campus. And he has brought the kids together for today's awesome gala performance. It's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. John Leonard.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Our first selection was a piece that the students worked on. They learned that Bach created a little theme, and how he learned how to build, make that composition greater by sequencing things. He took that theme, he turned it around, he put it upside down. So they gained a lot of an insight into the works by Bach. And this beautiful organ transcription works very well for our band. They did it very nicely. Can you give them another nice warm hand? Robert W. Smith created this very calm work, and in it it's a beautiful melody, and it features one or more performers from different sections of the band. And I'd like to have you please enjoy also the special sound effects for Robert Smith's gentle reading. So wasn't that fun? The Haunted Mind is a programmatic work and highlights emotions and feelings that one might experience in such a dark place. And it's helped by using several motives. One is a little four-note motive, and we call it, "It's dark down here. It's dark down here." And you'll hear that little clip happening throughout the piece. You'll hear another one here, "Help me please, I'm lost down here." You'll hear that little motive throughout. And there are several terrifying surprises, which if you're in a haunted mind, you never know what's going to turn up, and you'll hear these terrifying moments as well. And our thanks to our music directors who are conscripted here to help in our percussion platoon, and we hope that you will enjoy and hear the effects of the Haunted Mind. Thank you. Another nice percussion. Please be recognized. Percussion. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you for your help. My esteemed colleague, Mr. Rick Glasscock, at the middle school band in Shanghai American School, is not only a fine musician, but he was a timpanist for the Mexico City Orchestra. And his little take on this, Tres Pasitos, translates as 3 little steps. And it's his little joke for music of the paso doble style, which is usually in 2, not 3, like this piece. It's a great little fun piece. I hope that you'll enjoy the brief little trumpet mariachi style section. Tres Pasitos. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Keith Montgomery to the stage, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Executive Director of AMIS, the Association for Music in International Schools. And yes, we do pronounce the AMIS, AMIS. Our founders, Richard and Georgia Bassett, set it up quite a long time ago to create an association that might promote friendship between young people through music around the world. And I would like to think that that goal is being accomplished to this day. Ben, how many of you can honestly say that you've made a new friend from another part of the world? Hands up. None of what we do is possible without places to carry out festivals. This is the culminating festival of the 2014-15 season, and we are thrilled to be here at the American School of Doha. I can't think of a more hospitable school than this particular one. There have been volunteers from the parent community that have been here working tirelessly to make sure that these students are fed well. We also have a lot of folks who have ensured that they have a place to sleep at night. If you come from a home that has housed one of the young musicians on the stage, could I ask you to simply stand up so that we might thank you? If you just stood up, I think it's quite clear that none of this would be possible without you and your hospitality. So please accept the thanks on behalf of all of the students on the stage, because you truly helped us to bring our dream to reality here. We have 16 participating schools, and I know that some of you folks have actually journeyed quite a ways to be here to enjoy tonight's concert. I'm going to read the names of the participating schools, and I'd like to ask that those students on the stage who come from that particular school to stand and have their efforts recognized. And if you as an audience member happen to be visiting from that school as well, you're welcome to join them. We're going to start with the American International School of Bucharest, Romania, where their music teacher is Mike Perry. From Lagos, Nigeria, the American International School of Lagos with their teachers Rebecca Logue and Bob Peterman. The American International School of Vienna, Austria, and their teacher Susan Zakirton. From the United Arab Emirates, the American School of Dubai, and their teacher, Jonathan Stewart. From the Netherlands, the American School of The Hague, and their teacher, Jim Hernell. The American School in London, England, where the music teacher is Gordon Graham. From Germany, Bonn International School, where the music teacher is Joseph Shaddai. From Germany, Frankfurt International School, and their teacher, Jan Detloff. The International School of Aberdeen, Scotland, where the music teacher is Kent Walter. The International School of Brussels, and their band director, Carolyn Stock-Chapin. The International School of Dusseldorf, Germany, where their teacher is Sanford Jones. The International School of Luxembourg, and their director, Felicity Bergson. The John F. Kennedy School from Berlin, Germany, and their director, Louis Nelson. The Saudi Aramco School from Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, and their director, Brian White. The Shanghai American School, Pudong. Zurich International School of Switzerland, and their director, Bill Guilford. hosts to whom we are eternally grateful, the American School of Doha, Qatar, and their director, James Copa. Our association is governed by a board of music educators from around the world. One such music educator is here in the audience, and I'd like to turn the microphone over to him for just one brief message before the students play some more music, which is why we're all here. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pete Lipkowski, and it's my pleasure to serve on the board of directors for the Association for Music and International Schools. AMIS is a registered charity, and we are governed by a board of directors, and every now and then we have the opportunity to come and attend a festival in person. It's been my pleasure to listen to the students' performance tonight and to be here over the last 3 days that they're practicing. It's actually quite extraordinary to consider that just 3 days ago, these students had never played together as an ensemble. They've been working very hard in their own schools, practicing individually, but now that you see them up on stage, it really does feel like they are one ensemble and really a family of musicians, whereas before, they were just individuals who had not yet had a chance to meet each other. And we really do consider AMIS to be a musical family. And that family includes, of course, the students who participate in festivals, their friends and relatives and parents who come to the concerts, and most importantly, those who support the music education, as you have done. One of the ways that AMIS is able to thrive and be successful is through the generous support of a patronage system. In the program, you'll find some information about how you might be able to be involved in AMIS as a patron. We're able to offer these opportunities to students through the generous support of our patrons. And if you would like to become a part of the AMIS family as a patron, we would be very grateful for you to consider to do so. In addition, there are musicians on stage here tonight who would not have otherwise been able to attend except for the generous support of the AMIS Financial Aid Fund, which is the result of donations that are made after each concert. So after tonight's performance, some of my colleagues will be outside of the concert hall holding blue buckets, and anything that you might have on you that you could give to that fund would be able to support the participation of students at future festivals who otherwise would not have had a chance to do so. So with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the program as much as I am, and I will turn the stage back over to Maestro Leonard and the Association for Music and International Schools Middle School Honor Grant. Thank you.
Well, that just goes to show the trombones will get along very fine in life. They just let everything slide, right? That concept is wonderful. Thank you, trombone. Thank you. Pilatus, Mountain of Dragons. This work is a programmatic piece as well, and it's really a descriptive piece of a mountain right outside of Lucerne, Mount Pilatus, about 2,000 meters high. And the story goes that there's a dragon on this mountain, and some climbers at one point scaled the mountain, they found the dragon, big battle ensues, dragon wins, the poor climber that was not totally decimated begged for mercy. So the dragon shows humanity. From his own wounds, he produces a dragonite stone, and he heals the slain climbers. So this compassion and tolerance shown by the dragon leads to peaceful coexistence. Now the question is, we don't know if this is myth or reality. Anyway, we will hear the Ascension theme, the village dance theme, a battle theme, of course, and then the benevolent dragon theme. Pilatus, Mountain of Dragons. can't tell you how honored I am to get to work with these students. I've been to many, many AMIS over the years, and every year the middle school bands continue to improve. All day just being alert musically, and this group, wow, it just caps it all. They have been so attentive over these 3 days, and there have been long rehearsals. I mean, my goodness, what middle school student will rehearse 6 hours a day in their home school? And not mine, certainly. And these guys stuck right with it the whole time. So they are really at the top of their game. And you can be very proud of that. Parents, thank you. You have good genes. Look at those great kids. So that's wonderful. Give them a nice big round. Thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't reinforce what Mr. Montgomery said. Thank you to our Doha school admin team here. Hosting these events, it's just not, it doesn't fall off the trees. It's really a huge deal, and we certainly appreciate the time and effort you all put into it. Mr. Kalpa and his colleagues, thank you very much, Jim. Well done. To our PTSA who supplied all our food and nourishment once again, thank you. It was delicious, it was on time, and it was hearty fare, and it hit the spot every meal time. Also to the people who arranged transportation for all these froze. It was great. I think we had a great sand dune experience, and the sandstorm did not materialize, but it was windy out there. We had students up here on stage today. Well, they stood up, and there's big piles of sand everywhere, and I think they're going to be digging sand out of their ears for quite a few days now. But anyway, it's a great experience. The AMI experience that these students have now, they can count themselves as alumni. And I think that's just wonderful that, you know, they've not only gained the cultural experience with each other, but just, there's no experience like playing in a band with each other. They've come together and we've developed a real nice rapport and created some wonderful music. And that's just beautiful, and it'll carry on for the rest of their life. So from me, thanks to you all and band. Thank you, thank you. We'd like to close with the Kings All Shook Up. Here we go.
if the band and Mr. Leonard could stay standing, for those of you itching to take those pictures and such, we're gonna give you a frozen moment. So if the band could just smile, look forward, don't mess with the music, and Mr. Leonard and the band will stand here for about 30 seconds, let you get that awesome shot for that slideshow and scrapbook. Smile big, big. Feel like rock stars. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you again. A wonderful concert. We'll have a reception outside. Join us. And thank you for joining us here at the school of Doha. We look forward to seeing you again. Good night.